What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cobra Tune Conversations. Let's talk. How many of you like fixing jigsaw puzzles? I know I do. It is a favorite pastime of mine that I don't get to do often enough. I should make more time for that. So I like to fix jigsaw puzzles, and they have to be at least 1,000 pieces, or for some reason, I don't want to fix them. I don't know if it's a challenge I feel, or I feel that they're not worth my time if it's not at least 1,000 pieces. But nevertheless, I like to fix puzzles. I love the process of piecing those jumbled messes together because it's a satisfying feeling, and it gives me a sense of accomplishment. And I'm looking at that thinking, why do I like that so much? Because it's chaos when you're seeing a puzzle that you just opened and all the colors and all the pieces are there, and it's just a jumbled mess. It's like a pile, or if you can spread them out, but it's like a pile of 1,000 different pieces. But you know from the box that it's going to make this beautiful picture. You know this. And that's usually the reason why you pick the puzzle out, because you saw the beautiful finished product. You know what this picture is going to look like. The process of taking all of those jumbled messes and that those jumbled pieces and fitting them together one by one, I think and I feel that it may have something to do with some parts of my life and how God sees me, and probably how he sees any of us. We are a chaotic mess sometimes. There are so many aspects to us. There are things that we have going on or that we've done that we need help with, just a jumbled mess. But God doesn't see that. He sees our big picture. He sees us all fitted together. He sees the outcome, the product, the what he created us to be. He sees that. And a lot of times I feel I get stuck on the chaos, the chaotic mess that I see, the jumbled pieces that sometimes don't want to come together right, or I'm trying to force one of the pieces into the wrong fit, and that's not going to ever work. So we are this pile of pieces that need the proper foundation so everything else can be filled in. Does that make sense? I'm trying to make it make sense in my head. I know what I see when I fix the puzzles and how I correlate that to myself and sometimes the things I go through, and maybe you go through them too. You may drop that in the chat if you go through sometimes where you feel that you are a chaotic mess or a jumble of all these pieces, but you see the bigger picture. You know what you could be. You know what you can create. But sometimes we have a little bit of problem fitting those pieces together. And I find that when I fix puzzles, the easiest thing for me to do, the thing I like to do first, and this may not be for everybody, but it's what I like to do, is start with the border pieces. The foundation pieces is what I like to call them, because that gives me a sense of, it gives me a framework that I can work within to fill in the rest of the pieces once I have that border, once I have that frame. Does anybody else fix them like that? Or do you start with patches and pieces of the inside and then work your way to the outside? I like to look at it as starting with the foundation, and it helps me complete the inner workings. Once I get the foundation, the inner parts don't seem so hard to me. And I feel that with how God may see us, once once he gets our foundation set, which our foundation is him, then the inner workings of us are a lot easier to fall into place, and we can build the rest of it. But we have to have that foundation. I don't know. Fixing puzzles brings me a certain kind of peace, a certain kind of serenity. I turn on my music and I am lost. I'm lost in puzzle world until I get tired, and then I'll keep going because I've got to finish this extra piece. I've got to finish this last section, or just one or two more pieces, and then I'll go to bed. Yeah. And sometimes that might be a good correlation for us with our life. We have so many pieces and so many things going on that we feel we have to get to, that we have to do, or it's not complete. I'm not going to be perfect. I'm not going to get this job finished, or I'm not going to get this. But we can over focus, and we end up stepping back and not doing anything because we start feeling overwhelmed by all the different pieces of us. We start feeling overwhelmed or anxiety or whatever it is you may be feeling because we're not centered on a certain task, or we're not proceeding at the pace we feel we should be. You have your own pace. I have my own pace. And when we compare and try to keep up with someone else's pace, or who they think we should be following, or they think we should be doing. And I say they because it's always, well, they say, well, they feel, well, they think, well, experts report. Well, who gave them the authority? And really, who gave them the authority over your life? You are at the driver's seat. You are in the driver's seat. You are the one that's driving your bus or driving your mission to where you want to be. When we are fixing a puzzle, or when I am fixing a puzzle, I find that my focus and my discipline and just my want to is more concentrated, it's more centered, it's more focused on completing the project. And so I say that in hopes that you are able to focus on completing your project. And whether that project is something outside of you, or whether that project is something within you, we have to have the discipline and the vision and the belief to know that there's the big picture is still out there. To know once we do complete this, we're going to see the bigger picture. And that's what we're going for, is seeing the bigger picture of our life, seeing what it is God has in plan for us. And he has already inherently put it in us, just like that puzzle picture has already there for you to see. We just have to work on putting some of those pieces together. We have to work on bringing it all into focus and fitting the pieces where they need to go, whether that's setting boundaries, whether it is establishing cutoff times, as well as beginning times, having some downtime, whatever those pieces are and those sections are that you need to complete, take the time to complete them. Take the time to see how everything is going to fit together to bring you as the finished puzzle. We are all a jumbled mess until we focus and have the discipline and we complete the puzzle. Our foundation is there, but we have to put some of those pieces in place. And once we have everything in place, it's right where it needs to be, and we see the picture. We see the big picture. So if this puzzle analogy resonated with you, drop something in the chat and let me know that sometimes you feel this way, or let me know some of the things you do to break out of that, or to help get your puzzle pieces completed, to get your big picture completed. Because we are all going through this journey called life at different paces, on different levels, and having different outcomes. But it all starts with believing in ourselves and knowing that we can do the hard things, we can do the difficult things, and we can just do all the things, because we are not made to sit idly by and just stay a mess. We are made to create. So ask yourself, what are you creating with all of your puzzle pieces? What are you creating? I'll talk to you next time on Cobra King Conversations. If you haven't, like, subscribe, and follow the channel, because we talk real conversations here.